Welcome to this mesmerizing journey of creating a glow-in-the-dark epoxy river table where natural wood meets magical luminescent resin. We begin by preparing the materials: two live-edge wood slabs, black epoxy resin, glow-in-the-dark powder, and a selection of crystals and decorative elements. Each slab is carefully examined, highlighting its unique grain and natural imperfections, giving character and depth to the final piece. The slabs are arranged with a precise gap between them, forming the foundation for our flowing river of epoxy. Edges are meticulously masked to ensure a clean boundary, while the resin is measured and mixed with the glow-in-the-dark powder. The pigment swirls into the black resin, creating a hypnotic gradient that will come alive in the dark. Slowly, the first layer of resin is poured into the river gap, flowing smoothly between the slabs. Small crystals and accents are added along the path, catching light and adding subtle sparkle. A torch sweeps across the resin surface, eliminating bubbles and revealing a glossy, mirror-like finish. As the resin cures, the surface naturally levels, forming a flawless reflective plane. Attention is then given to the wood itself. Edges are sanded and polished, removing any roughness and enhancing the natural grain. The junction between wood and epoxy is examined in macro detail, highlighting the harmony between natural textures and synthetic brilliance. Additional epoxy layers are poured to create depth, and fine pigments are introduced to simulate gentle wave patterns, giving the river a lifelike flow. As polishing progresses, the reflections intensify, and the glow-in-the-dark properties are tested in low light, revealing an ethereal green luminescence that transforms the table into a glowing centerpiece. Crystals embedded in the resin catch the ambient light, sparkling softly and enhancing the magical effect. The surface is buffed to a mirror shine, creating depth and movement in the reflections. Finally, the camera glides across the fully completed table. Every detail is captured, from the polished river and glowing resin to the intricate wood grain and embedded crystals. The glow-in-the-dark effect emanates subtly, filling the room with a calming and enchanting light. The table stands not just as a piece of furniture, but as a work of art, where craftsmanship, creativity, and a touch of magic converge. From every angle, the balance between natural wood and glowing resin tells a story of patience, precision, and imagination. This is more than a table. It is a statement, a centerpiece, and a testament to the beauty of combining raw nature with innovative design. Now we dive deeper into the artistry of the table. Each pour of resin is a delicate dance, as the luminous liquid glides and folds over itself, forming natural currents and eddies. Tiny air bubbles rise and vanish, adding subtle texture, while the embedded crystals catch the light in miniature flashes, as if the river itself is alive. The glow-in-the-dark powder gradually awakens, its faint green glow building slowly as ambient light fades, revealing the magical transformation only fully visible in dim conditions. We focus on the tactile aspects, running hands along the polished river, feeling the silky smooth surface contrasted against the textured natural wood edges. Each knot and grain in the slabs tells its own story, enhanced by the reflective epoxy surrounding it. Fine glitter and pigments in the resin shift with every slight movement, creating a dynamic and ever-changing play of light. Polishing motions, torch sweeps, and gentle sanding refine the surface until every inch radiates depth, clarity, and vibrancy. As the camera pans across the full length of the table, the glow-in-the-dark river appears as a flowing ribbon of ethereal light. The room dims, shadows stretch across the wood, and the resin seems to pulse with life. This is more than craftsmanship. It's a harmonious collaboration between nature and creativity, light and texture, stillness and movement. Every glance invites awe, making the table not only functional but a captivating centerpiece that enchants both day and night. As the final layers settle, the glow-in-the-dark river comes to life, softly illuminating the surrounding wood with a mesmerizing, almost mystical aura. Light dances across the resin surface, revealing hidden swirls and intricate patterns created during the pouring process. Each crystal and decorative accent sparkles subtly, adding depth and dimension, while the pigments seem to ripple like tiny waves frozen in time. The interplay of shadows and reflections highlights the natural beauty of the live-edge slabs, emphasizing their unique character and imperfections, which now feel celebrated rather than concealed. Running a hand along the table, one can feel the perfect harmony between the smooth epoxy